Swedish, the Norwegians, had all gradually rolled it, but we're not recommending it for people under 20, we're not recommending it for people under 50, we're not recommending it for people under 65. And it was after that that the British government bodies ignored all that and then said, we want to press ahead and give the vaccine to 6-month-olds. Why was that?
Well, it's inexplicable, especially when you realise that at the time they made that appraisal, they already had the data, because the government had this, might have released it on the 25th of January, but they had it on the 25th of October, it says on the document. So they already knew that the lack of effectiveness of the booster or the vaccine. So it was a ludicrous decision. And I've already had, and I've spoken in the chamber about a paper from the American Medical Associations, where they actually did test the vaccine on under 5s, and 1 in 200 of them were still in hospital 3 months after the vaccination.
Oh my God.
That is completely unacceptable. I've seen the data from a very long suppressed medical trial in Taiwan of 4,500 12 to 18-year-olds. 17% after the second Pfizer shot had got serious health problems. I mean, in the real world, any one of those medical papers would have halted the rollout, but we don't seem to be in the real world. We're certainly not going with the science. We're certainly not going with the science.
Say anything contrary to the approved narrative, our licenses will be automatically pulled.
My name is Dr. Johan Dennis from Belgium. I would never give it to myself, my patients, or my loved ones. So please inform yourself well before you...
Even Peter Gooseberg, Berkeley University, a friend of mine, who wrote the book Inventing the AIDS Virus, lost all of his funding at the university. When the Nobel Prize winner for discovering the so-called HIV virus gets exiled to Beijing because he's changing his mind about the existence of a virus. This is how bad things are.
My name is Dr. Kevin Stillwagon. You are making some really bad decisions based on fear of a virus that has about a 99% survival rate for most of us. You cannot force people to take this drug without informed consent and without animal trials to prove that it is safe. Mayor Demings, please look at me. You, sir, are in violation of the United States Constitution and the Nuremberg Code. You will be held accountable. Good day.
These placentas are calcified. These placentas have spike protein in them. These placentas have antibodies in them. These placentas, and start looking for what would be causing it. Obviously, I have an inkling based on what I've shared. There's great literature on this already. My counter argument is, but look, read. It's here. I mean, it's hiding in plain sight. Don't just believe a narrative. Like Rochelle Walensky said, she was getting her vaccine safety information safety from CNN and just chuckled about it. I'm like, good grief. I mean, these are people responsible for countless lives.
And I'll tell you what, doctors, when you wake up to the realization that you've committed crimes against humanity and the mandatory sentence is death, you'll regret what you did, but it'll be too late. There's plenty of good doctors out there who didn't do what you did. Plenty. And I'm grateful to know lots of them.
Over the last few years and have lied to us on several occasions. You know I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm really not. But I am a coincidence noticer.
The people have been lied to. It was a gigantic lie. And on this lie, everything that governments, especially in the Western democracies, did to infringe on people's rights, to take away their freedom, to lock them in their homes. Sick and tired of being called a COVIDiot. And I much rather be a COVIDiot than being a guff idiot. Because that's what all these people blindly trust.
Scandinavians, the Danish, the